This is a message from Mother Earth. I feel right now that if there are people who wish to listen, I need to speak with my eyes closed. If there are people who wish to listen to messages, inflammatory messages, messages that are called inspiring, that call for hurting other human beings on this earth, I wish to say to you, listen more deeply than that. If you want to be inspired toward radicalism, have it be radical, human, spirited kindness. Have it be radical presence, radical breathing, radical self-awareness, radical ceremony of eating and interacting and loving and hugging and listening to your children, to your brothers, to your sisters, to your husbands, to your wives, to your parents. Have it be a radical new way of being, of hearing, of thinking, of seeing, of feeling, of being honest with yourself. Have it be a radical way of figuring out how to be one human family, one human spirit, one human family living in harmony with Mother Earth, taking her gifts kindly, not overrunning her, not using her, not stripping her, not basing everything out of fear and clasping and grasping and greed and insecurity. What does it mean to be radical? Being radical means thinking, feeling, breathing, loving in a new way, in a way beyond the bounds of this current paradigm and dominant perspective of our world and its meaning. It means being radical to let go, letting go of those old modes of feeling victimized, of feeling and fearing not enough. So what do I say to my brothers and sisters who do not have enough food to eat from one day to the next? I say to the other brothers and sisters out there who do, where do we find the balance? There isn't a shortage on this earth. There isn't true lack in our human blood, in our spirit. So how do we find a way to support one another, a way to harmonize with one another, with our Mother who provides for us the earth, with the clarity of the skies that surround us, with the nourishment of the water that flows through this planet, this mother like blood in veins? Where do we find the courage to listen in a new way, to make new choices? Where do we find that courage? We find it by turning inward, listening to the beating of our heart and the silence between those beats. The silence that gives birth to action, to possibility, to perspective. This is where we need to unify, in the quiet that we have forgotten with our chattering minds. And in that quiet, feeling the unity of all creation, feeling respect for all creation, feeling empathy for and with all of creation. Not just some people who look like you, or who are known to you, or who have been related by, to, or used by you in some way. Other people are not just an extension of ourselves. They are not here just to fulfill some desire or need that our chattering mind might tell us we have. Other people are here as our teachers, as we are for them, sharing this world and this experience and bringing ourselves to a new way of understanding, a new way of being and living in this world. And why are my eyes closed? Because spiritual vision does not need to see the color of anyone's skin. It does not need to see what kind of car you drive. It does not need to see the brand names and tags on your factory-made clothing. No. And even if you don't wear factory-made clothing, if you pay the highest dollar for the finest organic thread hand-woven, what I am saying is that we need to unify in a new, harmonized, balanced way of being. So if you want to be inspired toward radicalism, let that radicalism come from your heart, from your inner listening. Spend time and even quiet with a member of your family. Notice how you are listening in that moment. Spend time with your nearest tree. Touch its bark and listen. And notice how you are listening in that moment. Bombs do not bring about equality. Bombs that kill children and women and young and old with blindness do not bring about justice. If you want to be radical, be willing to see with your eyes closed. Be willing to hear the inner truth in the silence between your breaths. If you want to be radical, find a new way of living your own life. Feel it. Honor it. Don't be stuck in any one mindset of perception or being. Value what brings beauty and harmony, and don't get stuck in that which mires you down in thoughts of darkness and negativity and disconnectedness and despair. And if you have something to eat and someone right next to you does not, share what you have. Find those threads that unite us and find the people all around you as present teachers and fellows on our shared path who also have needs. So when a homeless person comes up to you and you don't even make eye contact, talking on your cell phone or to your friend as though a human being is not standing in front of you, think once again. And in that case, use your eyes to greet your fellow creature, recognizing the equality that you share. For we all carry the same aspects of one another within ourselves. That is why our actions resonate, our words, what stories we tell, what we are valuing, what we are focusing on. Maybe we should all spend one day with our eyes closed. We should go about our regular business, whether that is sitting at a desk at school, picking up the trash and discarding it, sitting on a street corner, teaching from a podium, or any myriad tasks that we humans perform from one time to another in our lives. Maybe we can spend one day with our eyes closed, feeling and seeing and listening in a new way. Now that would be radical.